Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel everybody, and yeah, it's another deflating sort of video that we're doing here now. We're looking back at that Aston Villa 3-0 defeat. I'm also going to look at the Norwich game, that massive one. Nobody's going to be looking forward to it. Looking forward to it is the wrong word because nobody is. Even though it's a home game, it's a massive 6-pointer of a game. The atmosphere is just flat around Leeds United. The atmosphere is going on toxic, which I feel like Friday night, as I'm doing this, the game was yesterday. I've heard many things about the atmosphere, how toxic it was getting. People were turning on the team. People were turning on the new manager, Jesse Marsch, and he is very much up against it, and he's up against it when the fans are constantly singing the old manager's name and this, that, and the other. But that's another story. We'll get on to the team news then, and it was very much as you were at Leicester. There was just one change from that team. Adam Forshaw came in for Matthias Klick into the middle of the park. And otherwise it was as you were. For me, I was disappointed to see Luke Ayling at centre-back. I really don't like this. I don't like him at centre-back. I don't understand why Marsch has persisted with him over the 2 games he's been in. I don't think it works. Just play him at right back. You know, I don't think he sees Dallas as a centre midfielder for some reason. He mustn't be able to, because otherwise you have to fit Dallas in. Well, let's put him at right back and then, put Dallas in centre mid. Why not put Dallas in with centre mid with Forshaw or with Koch? It might work. And he's going to have to do for this game on Sunday, because Junior Firpo is injured. Came off injured, didn't he, against Villa? It looks like Dallas is going to have to play left back, which hopefully will mean a shift for Luke Ayling to right back. Diego's fit again, so maybe it's him and Strauch at centre back for Norwich on Sunday. Let's hope it is, because that might work better. I know the fan base seem to be split on Diego Llorente, but for me, I think he's one of the better centre backs we have. Anyway, the game starts. Villa, incidentally, are on a really good run, and really good. They've won back-to-back games, no goals conceded. Obviously, we're coming on into it losing 5 in a row. It would soon be 6. But the initial knock-ins of this game, we actually played pretty well. Not well, but we looked solid. I mean, the thing what Jesse Marsch needs to do is really look at the defence, and I feel like he's done that. And I know we lost 3-0, and you can say, well, another 3 goals conceded, and I get that. At the end of the day, it was 3-0. But in the initial knock-ins of this game, I felt we looked pretty solid and looked pretty hard to beat. Villa were having a lot more of the ball than us, but they weren't really threatening. I can't really remember many threats at all to the Leeds United goal in those opening sort of 15-20 minutes. But unfortunately, on 22 minutes, it's that man Philippe Coutinho, who we all thought would cause us problems. He had been very quiet up until this point, and overall was quiet in the game, but didn't really have to do much in the end. Obviously, his team won pretty simply in the end, but yeah, he was pretty quiet in the whole 90 minutes. He got himself the goal. It's really weak. It's really weak one to give away this. I think Villa personally got a bit lucky down that left-hand side. The head sort of tennis breaks out to Luca Dean, who whips in the cross. It gets worked that back. I think is it Danny Ings who collects it, puts it back to Coutinho, who's inside the box as free as a bird. It's a really weak shot. And Meslier would have got down to it pretty simply, I think, but Pascal Strauch sticks his leg in the way. No, nothing on him. He's got to defend his goal. Yards from the goal. That's just natural reaction, I think. Hits his foot, loops over Meslier and goes in the net. And when you're down there, the luck's out, the luck is out. If we were up that other end, it'd probably go sky high over the bar or whatever. The goalkeeper would just save it. But no, lo and behold, the other team, the other end, Villa, they get the goal. And then immediately you're thinking, oh no, here we go again. We've not come from behind to win a game of football since January 2021. I think we've only drawn 3 of them, so the rest How many other, I think it's 20 odd games have been defeats, which is pathetic. No real drive, no desire in this team anymore, is there really? And it was just weak from there. We Villa had chances again, not really clear-cut ones, but they could have gone 2-0 up at half-time. John McGinn, who incidentally did impress me on the whole in this game, he had an opportunity late in the first half, which Melia gets down well to his left-hand side and saves. I think the analysts, Paul Robinson and Michael Owen, they were a bit kinder to him than I think they probably needed to be. It was pretty routine, that save. And we go 1-0 down at half-time. And, the pick-outs of bad performances for me, Rodrigo was absolutely shocking at times. Looked like he was trying to sell past Aston Villa. I know he probably wasn't, but it did look, his passing was atrocious. His passing was absolutely awful. And he was rightly taken off at half-time for Joe Gelhardt. But overall, Leeds United just couldn't pick out a pass in that first half, in the whole 90 minutes. Pascal Struijk had a really, really bad game for me. And Robin Koch as well. Just as the game wore on, he just couldn't seem to pick out a pass. He kept trying these looping balls, which really weren't working. And they just lost confidence to Leeds United. It's so sad to see the team go down like this, because the crowd just turned against them. You could hear it getting toxic from what I've heard and what I've read. It was very toxic inside Ellen Road on Thursday evening, and chants of Marcelo Bielsa, banners up, thank you Marcelo. And for me, the fan base just needs to get on and get over it. Jesse Marsch is in charge now. How do you think he feels? I know he's had to field a load of questions about Marcelo Bielsa, but how do you think he feels about coming into a new job and the fan base are hung up still on the former manager, who was sacked, by the way? I know he was a legendary manager, obviously, for Leeds United, but I think we need to get over it now, really, and back the new manager. I've heard ludicrous sort of ideas, people saying Marsch out. He's had 2 games. I know we haven't scored. People are frustrated. We're teetering on the edge towards relegation here, just 2 points ahead of Burnley, who play on Saturday against Brentford. We could well be in the relegation zone. I think Everton, do they play as well on Saturday? We could well be in the relegation zone come the time we kick off at 2 o'clock on Sunday against Norwich, which is a massive game, and I know a lot of people aren't looking forward to it. The atmosphere has turned toxic, and almost for me it seems like a few people want it to go that way. People are still calling for Marcelo Bielsa to come back. Just get over it, he's gone. It isn't helping Jesse Marsch, it's not helping the team. Whilst the fans are still pining for Marcelo Bielsa, I get it. I get the legendary status he was, but we can't change that now. It's done. People need to get behind the man, because otherwise it's going to get very, very difficult for him, as it already is proven to be. The players' confidence is absolutely gone. Absolutely gone. You look at Rafinha, and I've seen Rafinha getting a lot of negative comments and negativity towards him, and I think it's wrong, really. You can see Raf, for me, is trying. He's desperately trying, and Marsch said at the end of it, he said the players are feeling the weight. The players are, I can't remember the word he used, but they're not. They're stressed, I think he said. They're feeling the stress of the situation. They are feeling the pressure, and it's clear to see on the pitch. Very clear to see on the pitch. Rafinha, I think it's his Firpo's getting treatment for his injury. He's there on the floor, he's distraught, his shirt's up above his face, and people are saying, oh, he's sulking, this, that and the other, and that's that kind of temperament, perhaps, that you see quite a lot from Rafinha. He does throw his toys out the pram sometimes, but I feel like he's trying, he's desperately trying, and I think some of the negativity that has come his way isn't really valid. Another player for me, is unfortunately come up for a lot of stick, and He's really struggled. As well as Rafinha getting stick as well is Junior Firpo, and this second goal comes in midway through the second half. It's a disgusting goal to give away. You know, you could have drove a bus down that gap there was between Junior Firpo and Matty Cash, who eventually scored the goal. And he's running up behind him. Firpo, for some reason, is in the centre-back position. You know, what's he doing? You know what I mean? He was slow to get back. He might as well have got a bus from Leeds City Centre to the penalty area. He was that slow in getting back towards Matty Cash. A weak challenge. Matty Cash puts it in the corner. He goes mad off to the Villa fans. They go 2-0 up, and that is game over in something like the 65th minute or something like that. I don't even know. And then it gets worse for Leeds United. Patrick Bamford's on. That's the only shining light. Came on for Jack Harrison within the last sort of half an hour. He's back fit and back in the team. Hopefully, we need him more than ever. Just get on Patrick and get in there and get himself among the goals. We need him big time. But it gets worse for Leeds United. Nothing they could do really about the third goal. It is a fantastic finish from Callum Chambers. Got a goal in the Carabao Cup for Arsenal against us, didn't he, earlier on in the season. Scored a much better goal, it has to be said, on Thursday evening. You knew as soon as he hit it that was in, but at that point we'd lost the game anyway. At 2-0 down, we'd lost the game anyway. There was very little fight, very little energy at all about Leeds United at that stage. But like I said, Junior Firpo, for me, atrocious game. He then gets injured. I wish him all the best and hope he recovers quickly. Like I said, Dallas looks like he's going to play left back for the Norwich game. But all round it got toxic. It's getting dangerous now for Leeds United towards relegation zone. We are looking very much behind our shoulders. We are very much involved in this, and we have been all season for me. And it started right at that very start of the season with that 5-1 thumping at Old Trafford. Nothing has been right this season. It's been very disappointing. For me, like I've said, if you follow the channel for a bit of time, for me, Bielsa should have gone way before he did. And this, generally, for me, is all on him. And a little bit on the board, but eventually, at the end of the day, they are going towards his demands. They basically gave him every single thing that he wanted. So for me, it is solely down to Bielsa. This Jesse Marsch can't really do much in 2 games. We'll wait and see on how he progresses. As a massive game on Sunday, and if you go and just get behind him and get behind Marsch. You know, let's turn the atmosphere from negative to positive. We might actually get a result. We're playing bottom of the league. They're in atrocious form as well. And, you know, something's got to give for Leeds United on Sunday, because if we lose this game, they're 3 points behind us. Now, Leeds United, it's win or bust for me. I know there'll be 9 games to go from this game, but it's a must-win game. Obviously, it's a must-win game. It's a home game against bottom of the league, another relegation rival. We need to win. Let me know if you're going. It was atrocious the other night. It wasn't good. But we go again. We're not in the relegation zone. It's another game gone, but we've got to look forward to the next one. And Jesse Marsch, for me, has spoken well. I do feel like we did look for the time a little bit more solid. It just went to pot. You know, when the confidence went, when the second goal went in, we did start the second half very well. Rafinha looked decent for a time. Jack Harrison looked okay. They were looking all right. Until that second goal went in, we were doing okay, but it is what it is. It's now 4 games without a goal. It's 6 games in a row that we've lost. Something has to change for Leeds United. We've changed the manager. You know, his ideas will come good. Keep behind him. Get behind him. You know, 10 games, it's a lot of chances. It's a lot of points to play for. We're not even in the relegation zone just at the moment. So I know we could be, like I said, come the time we kick off on Sunday, but we're just going to hope that the other teams keep losing as well. But obviously, and we win at some stage. It's got to turn at some point, Leeds. Let me know your fans, the comments. Do you think we're going to go down? Is that it? Is that curtains? I've heard a lot of people say it is. Personally, it's not at all. We're not even in the relegation zone. I do believe that Jesse Marsch will find a way to get this team out of it. Patrick Bamford's coming back in, which is a positive. Phillips obviously soon will be back in. Liam Cooper back in. As much as I, don't think he's brilliant, but he's a leader. He's got that leadership qualities that we have been lacking for months now. Yeah, look, it's not all lost just yet, but we need a win. We badly need it on Sunday. Let's hope we get it, because Thursday just wasn't good enough. I was really disappointed for Jesse Marsch's first Premier League Ellen Road experience, and it ended in a 3-0 defeat. But let's go again. He'll stay positive. The lads will hopefully be positive, although the confidence does look absolutely on the floor. Let's go on Sunday. Let's have it, Leeds. Let's finally get a win. But it is, it's hard. It's hard to keep coming on after defeat after defeat after defeat and giving my thoughts. We need something positive as a fan base to chew over and get us in the mood again for it. But thank you very much. The wins will come. Let's hope so. I believe they will. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.